Steve, you're going home with a point. What did you make of your team's performance tonight?
Probably no more than a point. Had to defend well at times. It's always a difficult game when you come away to Gillingham. They put it in your box from the first minute, and you've got to make sure that you defend your box. And that's what type of game it's going to be when you come here. I actually think that Steve's taken over the job for a couple of games now, and I actually think that they'll get better between now and the end of the season. I actually managed against Gillingham before when he wasn't in charge, and then in the same season they turned around, and he does a really good job every time he takes over the team. I think the good thing for him is he never wants the job, so there's never any real pressure on him, and I think he does a good job with the lads. And coming here, tonight under Steve, I think it was going to be a difficult game for us. It didn't end up being a very good game of football to watch, but we were fantastic on Saturday and ended up getting nothing. So thanks more mercies, at least we got a point out of the game tonight. Long journey, and now we've got to get ourselves home and then get on another long journey on Saturday.
Yeah, you defended well, not too many moments to concern Marco.
No, at the end there the lad has a great strike. Lloyd, we said when he went on, he's got a cracking left foot, and he struck that one. It was on the outside of the post, thankfully. I think in the first half was our better opportunities to score. When we're getting into that area, it's difficult for me to comment just what happens, but we've had scenarios on Saturday and scenarios tonight where we've got in that area, and when you've got Elliot Bennett on the ball, you don't want too many better, because he normally picks out the right pass, delivers a great cross, and tonight, it's coincided with Saturday where I remember a few of them moments. Now, whether it's us covering those areas that we want to cover on our crosses or not, but they seem to be getting cut out. So that'll be something we need to have a little look at in more detail, probably on the way home on the bus.
Yeah, you've had more chances, more attempts at goal in other games, haven't you, I guess?
Yeah, it's one of them games, though, to be honest. It fires into your box here. You've got to defend your box. And it's a tough old game when you come here. I think they said before the game, they've got 3 home games against sides sort of in and around them, and they wanted 9 points. Well, they're not getting the 3 off of us, that's for sure.
And you made 3 changes in the second half, including a debut for Tyrese Ford.
Yeah, I've done that to please you guys, so at least you can have a look at them now, and you can stop asking me questions when they're going to go on the field and when they ain't going to go on the field, and how fit they are and how fit they aren't.
Happy with how they did coming on the subs as well?
All right, it was an awkward game to come into, wasn't it, really? But they are where they are. They are where they are as regards their fitness, their understanding of everything. We just had too many tonight that have been brilliant in that starting 11 off colour. I'm not being funny. We could have changed probably 9 of them at half time. So it's what happens. We haven't been like that for a little while, and whether it's all of a sudden, the losing goal at the weekend sometimes can affect you a little bit in the manner that it's happened. Maybe they might have used a lot of emotion up in that game, and then coming out of it with nothing. It's important in the next game that you don't get beat, and we haven't done that, so we've got that to build on. Excuse me.
And you look to build on it at Wimbledon on
give
Saturday.
us a chance. We only just finished this one.
Yeah. Another long one to come this weekend.
Yeah.
How's it looking in terms of the window? Anything?
I'm still looking through it. It's a bit misty at the moment, but I'm still looking through it.
In terms of incomings, anything?
It's a bit misty at the moment. I'm still looking through it.
So we'll watch this space on that.
I've got my chamois leather out. I'll be trying to wipe it down, see what I can find out for you, and let you know as soon as we possibly know anything.
Thank you, Steve.
Pleasure.
In terms of the settled team, you're picking the same 11.
Yeah, I might even do it again on Saturday, and then you can all report I've done it for an 8th time. Hey, that'll be good, wouldn't it? And it's good to have a settled team, though, rather than chopping and changing every week. Chopping and changing. That's all we had to do. Chop this, chop that, chop this, chop that. The reason them boys are there is they've done it, they've earned it, and that's what will happen. And it's about the other boys trying to break back into that team, and that's what they've got to do. And then when they break back into it, what they've got to do is keep the shirt.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Pleasure, as always.
Steve, you spoke about having to defend here, the way they put the balls in the box. Ultimately, another pleasing clean sheet, I'm sure. A run of them of late, obviously, other than Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we have. I mean, you know, we deserved a clean sheet on Saturday as well. You know, and that it would have been, what's that now? 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
You know, really could be 6 out of 6, and probably should be 6 out of 6. But yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. You know, when you come here, you gotta make sure that you not only head every ball out of your box. You got to make sure that you get onto every second ball, that they don't get to firing from the edge of the box. They just had a 3-2 defeat to Wigan away, and they could have easily come out of that game, especially in the second half, winning. And that was from excuse me, a bit of direct play, straight up. Big striker holds it, nods it down. They scored a couple of great goals at the weekend, and we didn't give them looks at our goal and them opportunities that they got against Wigan at the weekend.
Ultimately, sorry, it's getting back on the bike, isn't it? You didn't get the clean sheet you wanted on Saturday, and they've managed to come and do it sort of straight away.
You know, we'd want a clean sheet every week. You know, that's where we would want it. And I said to you before, you know, we'd want a clean sheet and, you know, a 2-0 win and your strikers scoring a goal each. That hasn't happened. They're not always going to score. So yeah, it's what it is. I know about back on the horse. It's actually back on the bus and another long journey. That's what it actually is.
Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Cheers, Steve.